Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of
Mom, watch this!
And happy baseball month. We are in week 2 of our baseball extravaganza, right? And this week we watched a couple of classics, one from 1992 and one from 1993. We've got A League of Their Own and The Sandlot.
I also would like to, just a side note before we start, I saw some videos of the Mariners at spring training and they brought Tucker.
They brought
Tucker to spring training, and Josh Naylor was doing reps of stretches on like the sidelines while like the pitchers were doing their thing. And after every rep, he'd be giving Tucker a treat.
He loves him so much. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that Tucker gets to go to spring training, lucky dog.
Right? Oh, to be a dog in the clubhouse.
Yeah, that would be so fun. Tucker. I gotta meet Tucker. I gotta tell you.
I gotta meet Tucker too.
Okay, so this week we're talking about A League of Their Own. We're starting with A League of Their Own first, right?
Yes.
And that one came out the year I graduated high school, 1992. It's directed by Penny Marshall. Classic, amazing woman. And written by Kim Wilson, Kelly Candale, I don't know, and Lowell Gans. I don't know how to pronounce things. Obviously, you should know that by now. All-star cast. We've got Tom Hanks, Gina Davis, Rosie O'Donnell, Bill Pullman, Lori Petty, Madonna, John Lovitz.
Who
Tracy
played
Ryan.
Doris?
Doris. That's Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
The ratings are not going to upset you too much.
Are you
Maybe
sure?
a little bit. No. Because after you told me that this was your favorite fiction, because it seemed, but I mean, it's hard because there's always recency bias, right? Like you always are a little bit prone to, it's hard to gauge because typically your favorite was the last one that you saw that you really loved, right? It's hard to kind of, but
I think 42 will always be my very favorite.
Yeah. Well, there's so much like ancillary stuff there. It's not just about baseball with 42. There's some, there's a lot of life lessons and inspiration and all that kind of stuff. Legendary. But so I do
Episode 13, y'all, by the way, if you haven't listened to it yet, go back and listen to it, please.
Episode 13. Let's see, ratings. IMDb gave it a 7.4.
Bastards.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 82%.
Fine. I'll accept that.
I have notes. I want to say though, because I've been doing getting trivia, like little movie facts, whatever, movie trivia, whatever for these. Not the pop quizzes. When I say trivia, I mean the just random nonsense facts about the movie.
It's like, hey, did you know?
Exactly. Did you know? So I've been getting these from various sources. Last week, I think I used IMDb for all of them, but this week, I'm gonna need to put the movie sources or the trivia sources in the movie notes, in the show notes, because in the show notes, sorry, because I think I used 6 sources for the League of Their Own one and 3 for Sandlot. Yeah, and it's like imdb.com, womenshealthmag.com, larrylambert.com, like all these different things. So, those will be in the show notes from now on when I do these little fun facts. And let's let her rip. Let's talk about A League of Their Own. What were your first thoughts after not seeing it for so long?
I remember the last time I saw it was I think it was right when we moved into the house.
Into the one here that we're living in?
Yes. The one at the location that we live at now.
Wow. Okay, so that was like 12 years ago.
Has it really been that long? No, it hasn't. Don't lie to me.
Wait, give me a second.
2014.
Yep. Yep, we moved in here
I just
and
grew gray hair.
we moved in here. Yep, it's been 12 years.
Ugh, I haven't seen that movie in forever. There were quite a few things that I did remember. I do remember um, the suds, oh my God.
The suds bucket.
Yes, the suds bucket. I do remember that. Um, I do remember somehow Jimmy Dugan peeing. I just didn't
Because they
know
never
his
shut
name.
the fuck.
Well, I also I didn't know that was like who you meant when you said Jimmy Dugan because I was
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
but what annoys me, what had annoyed me the most every time you called my dog Jimmy Dugan is that I knew that name and it drove me fucking insane because I
Oh, that's
didn't know where I had
hilarious.
heard that name before.
So when he peed for 53 seconds, and yes, that's the amount of time he took in
What
that
the fuck?
shot. I didn't even use that as one of the trivia things. But I did run across it while I was looking at the trivia. But
What the
yeah,
hell, man?
I don't
Was
know.
he actually peeing or was it
No,
just like,
no,
oh,
no.
okay.
Penny Marshall was using a bucket of water and a hose.
I wonder if she just sat there and was like, I need you to stand over this urinal for as long as I'm running this. Okay, are you ready?
Pretty
You
much.
gotta stay there. You gotta stay there
Probably.
until I'm done. I'm not gonna tell you when I'm done, but you gotta stay there.
So funny. So then when you watched it this time, you were like,
Oh my
"Oh,
God, it's in a
shit."
nook.
And that's the nook.
My
Now,
dog
now that
takes a really long time to pee.
but he's gotten better because since he went to the doctor and had like his crystals, yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
he's gotten much much better. Um, let's see. It's really funny that it struck me because after watching 42, one of those uh the moments in there that I always remember, like I've obviously seen this movie thousands of times. I love this movie. I do think this is a very 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 favorite baseball movie. But I think that that one moment when I think I can't remember if they hit it foul or somebody just missed a catch or something. And there was I want to say there was a group of black ladies on the side there, and one of them picked it up, and it
Oh.
yeah, it was either Ellen Sue or Gina Davis that was like, "Yeah, throw it," and she threw
Mm-hmm.
it, but she threw it past the original girl, like on purpose, threw it past the original person who told her to throw it, and then she freaking took Ellen Sue's hand off, basically because her throw was so nice. But it was really fun to see that kind of with having just watched 42.
They were so sweet to them.
They were really nice, and then but just and that was another thing too, but just the because it kind of brought me back, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, because this was right around World War II, and that was right around. It was a little bit later. Jackie Robinson's was a little bit later. I think it was like
It
in the
was after the
40s,
war.
early 50. Yeah. um so it was just kind of a fun little connection there, that because I always forget that A League of Their Own, like, well, obviously, is set way back during World War II. I mean, obviously, that's why it's. I don't know why I forget that is stupid, but anyway, because I
That's
think
like
there's
the
a lot
whole
about it.
reason that
I mean,
they
I know
have
that
that
they're even in
league.
there, but I think there's a lot about it that I take from that movie that isn't about that. Isn't about the like bringing the women in from work and I don't even know that it's I don't know. One thing that I loved about this movie, I think that's the like
The women supporting women,
yes,
honestly.
the overall theme was that they were girls. Like they were
Mhm.
the ultimate girls, all of these guys. It was amazing. I loved it. And the bullshit misogyny with that radio lady, you got so pissed.
Oh my
This movie,
God.
you were like, "Are you kidding?" There's like
I said,
27
"Get over
miles.
yourself." I think I texted you like 3 fucking sentences with how annoyed I was
Yes.
at that whole it was like maybe a fucking like 5-second sentence and I just like blew up. I was so mad.
Was so so bad. Oh, it was so bad. Hey, so one thing that I also noticed that I wanted to point out, you are not going to remember this because I didn't, this is before my time, kind of. So there was a show out a long ass time ago, like I think in the 70s, maybe 80s, I don't know. But it was called Laverne and Shirley. You may have heard of it at
I
some point? I don't know.
feel like I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's so Penny Marshall, who is the director, she was an actress, and she was in a show called Laverne and Shirley. And in Laverne, they were roommates. She and this other woman were roommates, and they worked at this.
And they
I
were
think it was like a
roommates.
I think that it was like a brewery type thing, but there were also these boys. I don't know that much about it because it was like I said, I was really young when I think, and I didn't watch a whole lot of TV growing up anyway. But from what I remember, so there were these boys, and that also. I don't know if they worked together, they knew each other, they lived in the building. I don't know. But their names were Lenny and Squiggy. And the announcer, the one in A League of Their Own, who's like, Uncle Elmore socks. You know who I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That is the guy who played Squiggy in Laverne and Shirley, and Laverne is the woman who was the director of this. So it was like 30, 40 years later after Laverne and Shirley. I just thought that was really kind of a fun
That's
thing.
sweet.
Yeah, I thought it was just really kind of cool. So, anyway, that little story behind us. What were some of your favorite parts?
Um, okay. Probably the fact that okay, I want to say the beginning when she would not go unless they let Kit go.
Hmm. That's one thing that kind of pissed me off about Kit's attitude about her. It's
Right,
like,
thank
bitch,
you.
like,
And then
on.
said that she was holding her down. Girl,
Yeah,
be serious.
serious competitive shit going on with her. That was major issues. Kit had some major issues with that. But I mean, she was tall and beautiful, and she probably was in
Oh,
competition with
yeah.
her
I would be
Olympic,
like
you know. Yeah.
mad crushing on her, I'm not gonna lie.
So, hey, did you know that she's an Olympic archer?
What?
Yeah, Gina Davis is.
Whatever.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome. Um,
I wish I was a little bit older.
yeah, she is. And but actually she didn't even know that she was into sports until A League of Their Own. And then that
Oh.
yeah, while she was training for that, um somebody said something to her about having a natural athletic ability or something, and she was like, "Wow, I've always been so tall and kind of clumsy. I didn't think I'd be good at sports." And then she got into archery and she kicked ass. She went to Olympic trials and all sorts of stuff. So, pretty awesome.
Okay, queen.
I
What the
know.
fuck?
She's great.
I love that she
Yeah,
played a
I love
catcher.
yep,
Um,
I like that too.
I love that she was like the Cal Raleigh of their team.
Mhm. Yep, and she was amazing. And I loved too, like talking about her not going anywhere. I loved when they were at Marla's tryout, and when they when he said that they weren't going to take her because she wasn't pretty enough or whatever, without a word, they just dropped their shit and they're like, "Nope, we're not going with
We're
this
not
lady."
gonna go unless you take her. What the fuck are y'all
Yep.
doing?
I freaking loved that because they didn't even like look like I don't know, it was just an unspoken agreement that fuck that shit. No.
Fuck your misogynistic bullshit. We're
Mhm.
taking her.
I just loved it.
If
I
he
thought that
says
was
she's good,
amazing.
then she's good. Let's take her.
And she
Also,
was.
the accents. I loved
Um,
all the accents.
I know how you could tell where they all were from and how um
Appointment.
I don't know. I don't know that. Oh yeah, cuz he was so okay. So that guy was supposed to be the I don't know Harvey, the one. So he's from Chicago, so that's why he's got that kind of thick Chicago accent. Um, the Harvey bars. Actually, he was the Wrigley guy, Wrigley Field guy, the Chicago Cubs, whatever. You know how they play on Wrigley Field.
Hmm.
That's who that actually was.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So yeah. So they instead of doing using his name and all that, they created like a fictional character that represented that guy. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, that's his accent. And then was it Alice? I think it was Alice when she's running around the freaking because she's Canadian and she's running around the freaking the house going, Has anybody seen does anybody have any extra hose?
Oh, yes, it was Alice.
It was so cute. And I was like, oh, listen to her. She reminded me of Nelly. And Nelly says, I don't have an accent. Oh, come on, girlfriend.
Well, she's
She's got
listening to you right now, and she's like, "God damn it, Jessica."
she's got that Midwestern or that Minnesota. She definitely has an accent. I love it so much. It's adorable. Um, let's see. But she'll argue with you. She'll say that she sounds like the people on Friends.
What?
I know, I love her so much. No, girlfriend, you don't. Um, okay. I think that another thing, they do such a fun job with the score, the music, and capturing the emotion and like keeping
Yeah,
it, you
because
know.
you know who did the fucking score was Hans
Uh-huh.
Zimmer.
Uh-huh. It was
That's
amazing.
why.
It was so good because it just like sucks you in, you know. Like when I asked you, "Are you stressed?"
I was like, "Leave me alone."
I knew that you would be because
And
I was getting stressed and I've seen it a billion times. And what?
no, I'm just saying, are you
Oh,
stressed?
yes, and
And
yep, they do
leave
a
me
great
alone.
they do a great job. I loved it so much. What else do you love?
I can't stress enough about like the like sisterhood, basically.
Yeah, yeah, babes supporting babes. Yeah, I say it like that because I have the sticker on my.
I think one of my very favorite I actually do want to say my like one of my very favorite parts kind of in like the beginning was when they were like making the cuts and whatnot, and that girl who couldn't read was like crying
Oh
because she didn't know if
yes,
she
and
made the
then
teams or anything, and she walks up and she said, "No, you're
you're
a
with that
peach."
sweet. I love that was really sweet. Yeah, they're like, "Well, are you on the team or not?" And she's getting all stressed and scared and sad
She's like, "I
and
don't know."
oh, it was so cute. Shirley Baker. That's what her name was.
Mhm.
I knew it was Shirley Baker. Um, yeah, that was it was I mean, the sisterhood, it was they were just supporting each other. They were so supportive of each other. Like even when
And
Madonna
sweet.
is teaching her how to yeah, and even when Madonna is teaching her how to read, you know, like it was smut, but she's there helping her read.
She goes, "It gets really good after this part. Look."
I liked that.
Girl.
I think it was at the same bus trip where Doris was talking about her boyfriend
Yeah.
and it was so sad because who among us, I mean, I don't know, maybe not, but I know that I have been there. But I was going to say who among us, she's saying that she was with that guy and they're like, "Well, why are you with him?" And she's like, "Well, I don't know cuz she's basically saying she didn't really felt like she had feel like she had options. Like all the other boys thought that she wasn't good enough or smart enough or something just because she played baseball. Like there were just all these reasons and it made me so sad for her and it made me feel for her because I've been there where you're with somebody because you just kind of feel like you don't have options, you know? Poor girl. And then I was really happy when she was like, "You know what?"
Fuck this guy.
Yep.
Oh my
So
god. The scene that gave you the most anxiety, because I again didn't remember the movie very well, was when Jimmy Dugan took that letter, that telegram.
yeah,
Oh my god.
and you thought it was gonna be Bob.
I thought it was gonna be Bob. I was like,
Well,
no.
because I mean, she was Betty Spaghetti is sitting right next to her, so of course they
Mm-hmm.
make it look like she has to walk, you know, right by her and basically face her. Yeah, it was really sad.
But
It was
like,
really
what?
sad.
Oh my god. And then I felt like
What a
almost
fucking
bad.
asshole! The guy that goes in there and oh, the least they could do is send somebody personal and tell you your husband's dead. It's like fuck off, get out of here, fucking asshole. that guy. You know who I'm talking about? The telegram.
Yes.
He was a dick.
And like, what was he trying to accomplish there? He
I
had the
don't.
name.
Well, oh, there's so many like hoops that you have to jump through and legalities and stuff like that for delivering anything from the government, really. So there was like he was not supposed to give it. It was not one of. He wasn't supposed to do that or let him have that. Tom Hanks. He wasn't
He
supposed to.
didn't let him have that.
No, he took it.
he
And said, "Get the fuck out."
he took it and shoved his little ass out. He said, "No, I'm gonna make sure my girls are taken care of. Who the fuck is
Well,
it?
'cause
I'm not
yeah,
gonna have
because
them sitting here
now
with anxiety right before a game."
every single one of them that was married, I mean, would have been terrified. And it's like, yeah, it's sad. It was super sad for
It was
Betty,
super
but
sad. I felt
like you said,
terrible
they
for
should have
feeling a
fucking
little
canceled it.
relieved, though.
Well, imagine how she must have felt. Imagine how Gina Davis's character must
Yeah,
have
I
felt
mean,
before
yeah,
they.
and then shortly it showed her like crying in her like hotel room or wherever she was, and I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I could see that. Like, you feel guilty because God, how privileged am I to be feeling relieved that it wasn't
Yeah,
my husband?
yeah. It's so sad because yeah, you have that survivor's guilt or whatever. It's like
Hmm.
secondhand survivor's guilt. So, so sad. It did
Yeah,
make
I
me
couldn't even
wonder if they were,
imagine.
like, in the, same platoon or whatever because I mean, that would have been kinda crazy though because they weren't from the same area or whatever, but that doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything, I guess.
but I mean, like, I feel like if they were, she would have also had a letter.
No, because he said they got a couple of them before
Oh my God.
we got them. Yeah, I know, it always made me wonder about
No.
it made me be like, did they maybe know each other? And I'm sorry, of course, I had to make the dark joke about the Jimmy Dugan signed baseball card or like how he ripped, how because she's the one who asked him to sign that baseball card because it was her
Hmm.
husband's, and if anything happened to it, he would kill her, and he fucking ripped it up, and then so when they said that his
Man,
or Betty Spaghetti, I loved her.
I did too.
She was my favorite. That wasn't like one of the main two girl. I don't know. I didn't like Kit very much actually. I kind of hated her, but I don't know. I like Lori Petty, so it made it easier to not completely hate her. That's the girl who plays her. Anyway, do we have anything else?
I rate the movie 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I love the end when they're all like little old ladies playing baseball.
Yes. And I love the song. Oh my God, I love the song. I know the song by heart.
Oh.
Um, yeah. Well, I told you I've seen that movie a few times. Um, okay, so I have 3 questions for you.
Okay.
What was the name of the bar where Marla met Nelson?
The Suds bucket.
Yes. What number did Kit wear?
I think it was 22,
You're close.
23.
Yep. What
I knew it was
souvenir did
22 or
Dot
3.
what souvenir did Dottie pick up at the end of the game 7 of World Series? She was gonna buy it, and he said to
The
help her.
little Oh, was it the little Rockford Peaches flag?
Yep. Yep. So, do we wanna do the 6 degrees now? Wait, hold on, I have trivia.
Oh,
I had because
Jesus. Okay.
I did the 6 degrees, and I connected A League of Their Own in the Sandlot, and I'm so fucking proud of myself for being able
Okay.
to figure that out because it was hard. Okay, let's do the trivia first, though. Yeah, and then we can connect them, and then we can talk about the Sandlot. Okay. So, this is obviously based on a true story as far as the girls' professional baseball league, right? But
Mhm.
also, Dottie was a real person. Her last name was not Henson, it was Kamenchek. She is a Hall of Fame first baseman for the Rockford Peaches.
Oh.
Yep. Um, and then the Rockford Peaches was a real team, and it was one of the very few, I think four, to play all of 12 years of the league's existence.
It only existed for 12 years?
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
I know. Um, you know Betty Spaghetti?
Mhm.
That was Penny Marshall's daughter, the director's daughter. And she didn't even want to go to tryouts slash auditions, and she went because her cousin wanted to go. But I don't remember who her cousin went. Her cousin is. In order to be cast, the women had to be able to play baseball. That was like the prerequisite.
I love that.
And do you know why?
Because were they actually out there playing baseball?
They were actually out there playing baseball. Most of the game shots and stuff were during real games that they were playing. That was Penny Marshall insisted on it. She wanted it to look
I
as
love that
authentic as they could
so
possibly be.
much.
So they were actually playing baseball. Yep. And some of the crazy shit that happened, like the catch behind the back that Dottie did, and the splits thing, and Madonna's hat catch, like all those things were like actually happened in these um in those plays. So that's cool.
I love
Um,
women.
I know. Casting for the movie. Somewhat. Now, this is something that I noticed. So I saw something about Lori Petty and how she auditioned 8 times, and how Gina Davis actually how she auditioned, and it kind of parallels the movie. So Gina Davis got the part because she basically went to Penny Marshall's house and they were in the backyard and she just threw the ball around a little bit.
Mhm.
Literally, that's like 5 minutes, and she Penny Marshall was like, "All right," but Lori Petty had to audition 8 times. So, she was. They had cast the part, and then somebody got sick, and then she auditioned again, and then the cast. She kept trying to get the part. It was hard.
Gosh.
I know. Um, Here's a fun little thing. So it was filmed in Evansville, Indiana, and I don't know if you remember the name of that city. Well, it's not really a city; it's kind of a smaller. But I've talked about it quite often because it was the very first place that I ever saw fireflies.
Aw.
So, yeah.
I thought it was Florida.
No,
That's
we
where
were
I
on the
saw
way
them.
to Florida and we were driving through Indiana and we were right outside of Evansville and I yelled at your dad to stop the car because I could see
Oh, I'm
from
sure he
the.
was thrilled.
Oh, he wanted to kill me. Um Penny Marshall jokes because Demi Moore was supposed to be Dottie, but she was too pregnant to do tryouts. So
Oh,
Penny Marshall jokes that Bruce Willis literally screwed Demi Moore out of the part.
oh my god. Isn't Demi Moore, wasn't she in A Few Good Men?
Yep. She was the main, yeah, she was Joe. I can't remember her last name in A Few Good Men. Yep. Um,
Bringing it back to episode 1. If you
yep.
haven't listened to it. Or
No,
no,
that was that. No,
episode 2, 3?
nope. I don't think it was. I think it was
Oh my
4.
god.
Um,
Just listen to the podcast.
um, they weren't sure. This is going to be fun for you. They weren't sure that they were going to use the line, "There's no crying in baseball," until they actually heard Tom Hanks say it, and his delivery made them like, it's like, "Yep, that's got to stay in." So they decided not to cut it out of there.
No. I was about to
Um,
say, what do you mean there's no crying in baseball? I'd be crying at baseball all the time.
um, Rosie O'Donnell originally read for the part of Marla Hooch.
Oh,
Yeah. The As I told you last night while we were watching it, that bruise on Alice's leg during the montage is real.
oh my god.
I know.
That
And it
shit was
lasted for 10 years.
gnarly. It's
No,
like, holy shit.
she was like, there wasn't a stitch of makeup on that thing. That was
Oh my
absolutely
god.
um
I
they had
said,
the
"Ooh,
actors
ice that."
right. So they had the for the sliding into base, they had them practice sliding on a slip and slide.
Aw.
Yep. The extras in the Hall of Fame scene were actual players from the All American Girls Professional Ball League.
That's so fun.
I know. And then here's some authenticity stuff. The uniforms were the fabric, like all of that was authentic. They were actually those uniforms. The mitts, all of that is
That's
period
what I'm gonna
authentic.
be. That's what I'm gonna be for Halloween.
Also, Rosie O'Donnell actually throws, when she throws the two balls at the same time to two catchers at once,
Mm-hmm.
she
Yeah,
actually
I
did
thought it was
that.
3 at some point.
Nope, it was two. Gina Davis actually caught the pop fly behind her back. Penny Marshall wanted it to feel real. Um, let's see. Oh, and then already said that about actual games. And that's what I have for that. Lots
They
of fun
said, "Look at all these cool tricks we can do."
stuff. So, do you want to hear how they're connected, or do we want to connect them at the end of talking about Sandlot?
I want a bridge.
Okay, so that's actually a good idea. We'll use our 6 degrees as a bridge. If I always have a 6 degrees, I don't know. But as we know, every person on the planet can be connected by 6 degrees, right? So how would obviously we can connect every movie on the planet that way, right? So I went this route. Gina Davis is in A League of Their Own. Gina Davis is in Thelma and Louise with Susan Sarandon. Susan Sarandon is in Bull Durham with Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner is in Field of Dreams with James Earl Jones. James
And
Earl
James Earl
Jones is in,
Jones is in Sandlot.
so that
I
only took us one
see.
more people to connect A League of Their Own to the Sandlot.
I can also connect it by a line in specific.
Really? What?
Yes, when Tom Hanks's character Jimmy Dugan says, "You're killing me, Alice. You're killing me."
You goddamn killing me with her friggin' socks. Love
Mm-hmm.
it. Okay, so the Sandlot. I kind of like having that little bridge. That's fun. Um,
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
came out in 1993, so 1 year after. Um, written by David Mickey Evans and Robert Gunter. Directed by David Mickey Evans. Starring Tom Geary, I don't know, Mike Vitar, Art LaFleur, and I have a little nugget for you. You know Wendy Peppercorn?
Mm-hmm.
Did you recognize her?
Very, very vaguely.
So that was Marley Shelton. Do you recognize that name?
Yes.
She's Cleo of Kale and Cleo in Perfect Getaway.
Oh my god.
Yep, that was her. Um, I thought you'd have fun with that. Let's see the IMDb rating. You're gonna be happy about this one. 7.8. I don't think. Well,
Okay, that's not
actually,
the
maybe
worst
you
they could
won't
do.
because no, but it is higher than A League of Their Own for IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes,
Bastards.
however, I gave it a 66%.
What the fuck, Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh no.
We were chill. What happened?
They usually have their finger on the pulse of people for the
Man,
most part, and they really fucked that one up. I was like, "What? This is the
bastards,
Sandlot,
that's a
the
classic.
classic."
How dare they? You know
My
what?
favorite
You lose a
thing,
brownie point for that, Rotten Tomatoes.
for
God damn
real.
it.
My favorite thing, speaking of You're Killing Me Smalls, was I loved that the first one was because he didn't know what s'mores were.
I
S'more
said
boy.
over s'mores. Be so fucking for real.
Oh my god. And it cracked me
But the
up. So
kid
it was
was so
supposed to
suit
be
and tie. I mean, I get
I
it, you
know, my
know.
god. He which is really funny because his mom was not like, where did he get that? Why was he like that? Because his
He
mom
liked
was not like
science.
that. Oh, that
Well,
was so
didn't they
funny.
just move too? Like they had just moved to that
Yeah, they
house,
had just moved and
so he didn't really have any
yeah,
friends.
what the fuck? Um, it's funny because uh it was made in or it was set, it wasn't made. It was set in 1962. So it was really funny to me to listen to them how they placed kind of the old lingo in there. Like they called a girl a dish.
Bitchin'.
And Yeah, they just said some silly stuff. It was hilarious.
I think bitchin' is probably one of my favorite, like, slang, like, expressions of, like, older eras.
Yeah.
Because
Um,
didn't it come back in, like, the 80s?
oh yeah. Yep. We used it again in the 80s for sure. Yeah. And maybe even like early 90s and stuff. I also
Might be
thought it was
making
so
another
hilarious
comeback.
when maybe
Bitchin' never
when
dies.
when it was like 100 and some odd degree. They were so hot
Oh.
and I can't and I think it was Benny who wanted to play. Like he still wanted to play
Mhm.
baseball
Yes, it was
and
Benny.
everybody's all whining and crying and he's like, "Okay, anyone who wants to be a blah whatever blah de blah panty waist who wears their mom's bra, raise your hand." And they fucking all raise their
They're like,
hands.
"I will
I
wear
don't
my
even
mom's
care.
bra. I don't
It
fucking
was
care.
so
It's
hot.
too hot." And he's like, "Fine."
Alright, fine. And then
I
Ham
love
trying to
he
fucking
was
be a
my favorite
playboy at the
character.
pool. I love Benny. I freaking love Benny.
I
Um,
wanna be his best friend.
he's just so sweet. He was just I don't know, he was just awesome. He was so good to all those kids. I feel
You
like
know
he
who he reminds me
seemed like
of?
he's older. Huh.
Yeah, he did seem, like, older than the other kids. He reminded me of, Bela Boy.
I could see that. Yeah, I could totally see that. Um, I love how they all speaking of him kind of being older, I and did he have money or what? Because how did he take them out like, "It's all on me, guys." He took a whole fucking baseball team out
To
to
the
go on the
fucking
rides.
carnival.
Like, what?
He
Okay,
probably
Benny.
got hella allowance because he was like he seems like he would be a really good kid, like I
Yeah, I bet he was probably a really good kid. Yeah.
really good kid with rich parents, like, you know.
Apparently, the, kids were actually they didn't I don't think they all puked, but they actually were kinda sick because it was hot and they
Oh
yeah.
no, don't tell me they actually took that chew. I'm gonna puke.
No, they didn't take the chew. No, no, no. They did
What
not
was
take
it?
the chew. Did I did read it, but I don't know if I used it. Hold on. I didn't use
Damn
it.
it.
It was something like fruit. I don't fucking know. Maybe like fruit roll up or something. I don't know. Why do no, it's not that. It's
You
not fruit roll.
always say fruit roll
I
up for things
don't know.
that don't even look like fruit roll ups. And I'm like, Mom, that's like at best maybe some pomegranate seeds. And you're like, fruit roll
Oh
ups?
my god.
No.
You know why? It's because I do that
Because of The
because I
Walking
found
Dead.
out. Yeah, because I found out a Walking Dead that's what they were using. So now that's just what I use for everything when I don't know what the fuck it is.
There are sometimes I have to, oh my gosh.
But the vomit had like oatmeal and there was some it I read that
It's
too. I
always
don't know.
oatmeal.
I know, I don't know why I
It's
didn't include
oatmeal in Stranger Things as well.
it's so
Like,
funny. I love
ugh.
like where did they get all the random shit trying to get the ball back? Like where
But what? Seriously.
what is that? What in the fuck are you Okay,
And
they've
then I
got
was like, okay, well, this bro's like a little scientist, so I can see where he got the little like car, but we're using whole fucking like beams from Lowe's and shit. Like, what?
yeah, like
Hello?
what is that?
What the fuck?
He's
Oh,
all
let me just grab 3 fucking vacuums for this little suction contraption we're making. Huh?
big ass catapult thing. It's like, are you kidding?
And the dog.
Crack me up. It's like it's throwing it over the freaking fence or whatever. And it's like, okay. But then you gotta remember that he's like talking from memory and he was like 12 years old or some shit. Um, let's see. I
The
thought that they were
dog
pretty
was so it's so unserious.
I know.
I was
Well,
like,
but
that
they
dog
did
is probably the sweetest fucking thing in the planet, and they're
I mean,
being
yeah,
dramatic.
it's a freaking mastiff.
I said they're being dramatic. The
So
bigger the dog, the nicer it is. I don't make the rules.
usually, yeah, and plus, I mean, they're kind of lazy. I fail to believe that a mastiff would have chased Benny that long. Now, maybe for a little while, but he'd have given the fuck up. He'd have been like,
He would
"Ooh,
have given him half a block, not the whole goddamn town.
no," and he would have been done at that cake. He would have been done at the cake. I'm sorry. That's just I know
He
dogs. I know better. Um, they were pretty impressive though how the ingenuity and stuff with the retrieval suction, the one that had like the catcher's mask and the vacuum.
Man, they did their damnedest. They really wanted that Babe Ruth baseball.
Well, shit. um,
Hey, but they got a better one in return. So he said, "Why didn't you just knock on my door? I would have
right.
gotten it."
Such a sweet old
And
man.
the
Yeah,
minute
he was
he
like
said
that.
that shit too, they started beating up on Squints.
Well, because Squints was like, "No way, man, he's me," or I don't remember what, but he was the reason why they didn't. Like he was the one who talked them out of it.
But it was like the instant he was like, "I would have gotten it for you." Immediate jumping Squints.
It was so funny because while we're in the middle of watching that, I'm starting to realize it's like, okay, you're drawn to more so like a little bit more the serious ones, the serious baseball movies and all that, not a whole ton of silliness. And I was so I'm sitting there watching it and I'm like, "I- is she gonna hate this movie actually?" So I was
No, I
so
loved it. It's just like
like,
I am more drawn to the more serious. I think because of how deep I want to like get into the game. So like the more serious the
yeah.
baseball movie is, the more I'm like I'm probably going to get more facts from this movie than this
Well,
one.
and I also think that your childhood, like you're a little bit closer to your childhood. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't as long ago. And so you don't have those like super nostalgia drawn things where with me watching the Sandlot, it's definitely a little bit nostalgic. So,
I also just
tree houses and just spending time with your friends in the hot summer sun doing
yeah. I've
stupid shit.
always wanted a treehouse, but we never lived anywhere long enough to where we could actually make that happen.
I never had one, but I did have friends who had them while I was growing up.
I didn't.
So, yeah.
I had one. I had one treehouse.
One Tree Hill. Where?
It was in the mangroves in Florida.
Oh,
It's a single piece of plywood
yes.
nailed to the mangrove roots.
My God. And it was like, I don't know, 3 foot up. It wasn't even up like super high. What the hell were you doing? That was so funny.
It was me and Lily.
I know.
We did that.
You would have shat yourself if there was like an iguana or something on it.
There definitely were at times, and we just decided not to go
You're
out
like,
there. We were like, we'll just stay in here, actually.
we had some monster iguanas at our house.
Dude, we had Godzilla in our backyard all the time.
Yeah, it was crazy. Um,
Um, I do like that he, what was his name? Terrence Mann, not, but that
oh
wasn't his name in this movie.
yeah, James Earl Jones, Mr. Myrtle.
Mr.
Mr.
Myrtle, yes. I love that the only thing he asked from them was, I just want someone to talk to.
I know it was so cute.
Come talk baseball with me.
Like
What?
George
Best
Simons.
payment ever.
Right? So fun. So
And
fun.
plus, I want that guy to read stories to me. I want to talk
He
baseball with him? Are you kidding?
passed now, but yeah, he's got a beautiful.
What?
Yeah, he passed away a few years ago.
No.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Wait, now I'm like questioning. Okay, I'm
Hey
gonna look.
Siri. She ain't listening to me. She don't like me anymore. I think I actually accidentally, like, okay, I didn't accidentally. I think I turned the Hey Siri off because she wouldn't leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, I don't have that in mind.
Because I say, "Are you serious?" I say that a lot, and she likes to act up when I say that.
Yes, he did pass away on September 9th of 2024.
What?
Yeah.
Not my birth month. That's
Yeah,
fucked up.
I know. I'm sorry. He
I
was
also think the reason why I'm so drawn to like the historical fiction and like the more serious baseball movies is because I grew up learning the history of baseball rather than the game itself. And I think that a lot of the like more serious baseball movies bring a lot of that.
Maybe, but I don't know. I mean, I was really into the game and I didn't know a whole lot about the history. I guess, I don't know. Kind of, maybe. I don't know.
I also have learned a lot from like Instagram reels and stuff of people who actually do follow the history of the game.
I know, but you weren't doing that when you were younger. You were
No. Oh
game.
my gosh. Sorry.
But, and I think it's just you because when you were coming to the games with me back, 10 years ago or whatever, you were more drawn to, you weren't as drawn to like the silliness of it. Because let's be real, the Mariners are silly with their fucking salmon run and they're like,
Okay, I love listen. I love
I,
Mr. Mariner Moose.
oh, me too. But you aren't as drawn to, like, you wanted to keep score. That was your biggest, you wanted to learn how to keep score. And it's like, okay, like, so we learned how to keep score together, you and I, and we did it. And
You
I mean,
used to cheat off of my sheet all the time.
well, I had done well, here's my problem. My problem, it's not because I don't know how to keep score, it's because I'm focused on some other bullshit while it's impossible for me without help because I can't focus for shit. You know this. You know
hmm
this. Um, but
Well, and they be
I
putting
had
cute shit on the screen and stuff, and of course it's gonna distract you.
right. And
Meanwhile, I'm like, hold on, I'm writing this number down.
I had done it for American Legion. I used to keep score for American Legion. So I had done it before. It had been 20 years or whatever since I had done it in American Legion. Yeah. I think it was American Legion. I'm almost positive it was American Legion. Um, because we didn't have a high school team. We had Babe Ruth and then it went straight to American Legion. And the American Legion was like Kellogg and Wallace kids.
Mm.
Yeah. And then they were too young though yet for college. So it was like Babe Ruth, American Legion, and college is kind of how it went. But we went to a lot of like tournaments and stuff. We had some really good guys on our team, on the American Legion team. Like statewide, really good. Let's see. I think that's all I have for my notes. Do you have any other notes?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You want some trivia? Or do you have a
Sure.
pop quiz for me?
I don't, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
I worked my tail off and I made a pop quiz for you and everything because I felt so bad last time. Okay. It's okay.
I'll do it. I'll do it next time. I promise.
It's really not that serious. We don't even have to have pop quizzes. We have all sorts of
I
other fun.
like having pop quizzes, though.
Okay. Well, it's fine. How about this? We won't, no pressure. If we make them, we make them. If we don't, we don't. But I'm going to keep bringing the movie trivia
I
and
love the trivia.
I do too. It's so much fun, and I learn stuff every time, and I think that it really adds a layer. And then I that 6 degrees, it was so hard, and I was
I
so
like
proud
the
of
six
myself.
degrees. I kind of want to like try and do it for everyone.
Try and bridge every movie that way. I really love that, and I'm gonna
I'll
try.
even I'll even try and help.
Okay, because it was hard, and then but when I got it, I was like, got so excited.
You said back in the day, jingle jingle.
Thelma and Louise. That one really got me. Um. Okay, so Ham, the catcher.
Mhm.
His behind the plate trash talk, it was all improvised.
Oh my god.
I know.
I actually messaged you about that too. I asked you. I think you were out with Riley, unfortunately, during that point. But I I texted you. I said I wonder if catchers like memorize that scene and then just
Oh,
like
yeah, no, I saw where you said
recite
that.
it.
Probably. That is the funniest part is that he was improving all of that. That was all of his trash talk behind the plate was just him just fucking around. Um, you're gonna fucking love this. So Mike Vitar, the guy who played Benny, like that was
Mhm.
the kid who played Benny. So older Benny at the end, it was his older brother.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
That's so sweet.
I know, I love it so much. Um, the movie was originally going to be called Boys of Summer, but someone threatened to sue them.
Oh,
The Sandlot, where they played, was actually written as an elementary school field. And actually, so the guy who wrote this is partially an autobiography. Some of these things about his his whatever is actually happened in his life. Um, so yeah, that was an elementary school field that they would go to. Oh,
hmm.
this is also fun. So the number 42 pops up again because this movie was shot in 42 days. Um,
I
so
love that.
I know. As I was just kind of saying, the writer slipped in a couple of actual memories in it. There was a dog named Hercules over the wall where they used to play. Um, Wendy Peppercorn was modeled after a real girl that was named Bunny.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a lifeguard at a pool that they went to. Um, the giant oak tree. This is really interesting, and I am, like I said, I'm going to put this in the show notes and put the sources in the show notes. And a couple of these sources actually mention this. And the story is in I think it's I can't remember if it's the mental floss or if it's the dugoutmugs.com, but it's in one of those that this story is. So the giant oak tree that has the treehouse, that was actually salvaged. It was not where in that location. So the film crew saw a man preparing to remove his tree out of his yard, and so they asked him why, and it's like, well, it just grew to where it's like breaking my foundation, so I have to get it out of here. So they asked him if they could have it, because a tree that size was like hundreds of thousands of dollars if they wanted to buy it or have it made or whatever, right? So he let them take it. They rented a 55-foot flatbed, and they just moved it a few miles to where they were filming, dug a big hole and put the cement cemented it in there.
I love
So
that.
yeah, so it's just
Like,
a
can we
small
just have
giant oak
this
tree.
tree?
Hey, what are you doing with that tree? Can we have it?
Yes, please. Take this fucking thing off my hands.
So yep, so that's how the oak tree came to be. But yeah, it's a really kind of a cool story. One of those sources, like I said, I do not remember. It might have been actually, you know what? SI.com um has an extra mustard. It's a link. Let's see, si.com, extra mustard, blah, blah, blah. Secrets from the Sandlot. And that's actually, I think, the writer and or director. I think it might have been the writer. And he's telling all sorts of stories. And I got a few of my trivia from that. But if you have a chance, go read that because it's really fun. And he's just talking about making it and how different things came to be and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. Um, let's see. I don't know. I don't have anything else. If What do you got? Anything? Have we talked about what we're going to cover next time? We said Moneyball, right? Is one of them.
Moneyball, yes. And
Do you want to do so we can do the Bad News Bears. That's a kind of a classic old baseball movie. That's a little silly. It's kind of Sandlotty, but maybe a little worse actually. Um, as far as silliness goes. There's another one with Kevin Costner in it. Hold on, let me see
that was
here.
the one you were talking about the other day, but there's also 61 that I found on HBO.
Okay, hold on just a
So
second.
there's a few, but Moneyball for sure.
Okay. I do not. Oh, For Love of the Game.
That one.
You want to watch that one?
Mhm.
All right. That sounds good to me. Do you know which one you want? So if we do a pop quiz, you want Moneyball to be your movie or my movie?
Sure.
What that? I asked an or question.
I mean, like, sure to Moneyball. I'm sorry. I said it, and I think Mike Lag fucked us over there.
So funny. Okay, so we'll do that. All right. Well, I'm excited because I will be watching those. I haven't seen Moneyball, I think, since it came out, and I don't know if I've ever seen For Love of the Game because I was not, like I have said before, I'm not a huge Kevin Costner fan. So I don't seek his movies out. I probably kind of tend to avoid them more than anything, which is ridiculous because he's in a lot of really good movies. Um, I need to stop that. Um, so yeah, we'll hit Moneyball and For Love of the Game next week.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been fun, and I had a lot of fun watching the baseball movies with you, and excited to have you home tomorrow.
Me too. Alrighty. Well, give her
Happy
lots of
birthday to
kisses.
someone.
Happy
I know.
birthday to someone. Oh my gosh. What is wrong
Oh,
with me
I know.
today?
What's happening with you? All right. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.